Tonight, a teenage boy dead following a vehicle crash at Kadina, and 5 youths arrested over an alleged theft at Wandearah.
From our 7 Spencer Golf Studios, your nightly news with Ruby Kamain begins now.
Good evening. A 16-year-old boy has died following a car crash at Kadina in the early hours of this morning. Police say his 15-year-old passenger walked over a kilometre to seek help. It's alleged the vehicle had been stolen. Our reporter Shari Hams has more from the scene.
This quiet street here in Kadina was the scene of a horrific crash just after 1, where police say a car rolled over. Tragic scenes on Drain Road, leaving Kadina residents mourning the loss of a young life.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Shouldn't have happened.
It has already been stated that we lost another life overnight last night. That is the 77th life this year.
Police say the teenage male passenger hiked along this dirt road for more than a kilometre to raise the alarm and direct emergency services to where the crash occurred. Paramedics were confronted with a horrifying scene, locating the 16-year-old driver deceased.
That has a long on-running effect for all people, not just for the police but also for the emergency services that have to attend these collisions.
Major crash investigators arrived just after 5 in the morning, and checks on the car revealed it was allegedly stolen from this Kadina address. The owner's focus, however, remaining with the victim.
I've lost a $750 car, a family's lost a son, someone's lost a brother. There's a lot bigger thing at play than a car.
The 2 males attend Kadina Memorial School, who released a heartfelt statement for the 16-year-old. Shari Hams, 7 Spencer Golf News.
2 men have been arrested following alleged break-ins at Crystal Brook. Police allege the local supermarket was broken into by one man at around 5 Wednesday morning. While the other was waiting in the car, it's understood nothing was stolen. The driver was arrested, the other fleeing into a paddock, and was later located. A 51-year-old Crystal Brook local and a 40-year-old Wallaroo man have both been charged. A second break-in at a local sporting club is believed to be linked to the alleged offenders. Meanwhile, an 81-year-old Wandearah woman has had a lucky escape after she was confronted by 2 males who allegedly broke inside her home and stole her car on Wednesday. 5 youths have been arrested and charged, with the youngest alleged offender just 10 years old. Our reporter Sophia Contagonis has the story.
Police were called to a Wandearah Stewart address around 11:45 Wednesday morning after an elderly woman allegedly found 2 male youths inside her home. It's understood she yelled at them before they ran away.
Thankfully, the woman was not injured. A short time later, when patrols arrived, they discovered the victim's 2012 Toyota Corolla had been stolen.
The following day, just after 1 in the afternoon, Port Augusta police say they were patrolling CHARLTON Parade when they saw the Toyota Corolla mount a curb, coming to a stop. Police say 5 youths, all under the age of 13, were located in the vehicle and arrested.
A 10-year-old, 12-year-old and 2 13-year-old boys from Wandearah Stewart and a 12-year-old boy from Wandearah were all charged with illegal use of a motor vehicle.
The 12-year-old from Wandearah was refused bail and appeared in court yesterday. The other alleged offenders will appear in Wandearah's youth court at a later date.
The investigation into the aggravated serious criminal trespass offence is ongoing and further charges may be laid.
Anyone with any information that may assist the investigation is asked to contact Crime Stoppers.
In other news, South Australia is set to open its hard borders with Victoria and Western Australia just in time for Christmas. Premier Stephen Marshall announcing today December 1 as the reopening date for Victoria, while the state is still set to open to WA from midnight tonight. A number of restrictions is also expected to ease, with standing while drinking hoped to be allowed on November 20, on the basis check-in technology can be rolled out across the state's venues. Still to come tonight, a COVID-safe plan submitted to hold Christmas celebrations in Port Lincoln. And defence crews soar over Wandearah, handing out special awards to STEM students. Welcome back. The Royal Australian Air Force flew over Wandearah yesterday, stopping off in the Steel City for a special awards ceremony. 6 hardworking high school students were chosen for the honours, recognising their high achievements in STEM learning.
Jetting over Wandearah. The Royal Royal Australian Air Force putting on a show before landing into the Steel City. Students from Waiala High, Edward John Eyre and Stewart High School all watching on as they made their way through the sky and the airport.
Very exciting to be in Waiala today to come out and hand out some awards to some young people who have showed some remarkable leadership and interest in the sciences.
The Air Force pilots handing out 2 different awards to 6 high school students. 3 pupils receiving an award for their high academics in their science and math classes, otherwise known as STEM.
So happy, first time I've ever won a really big award. Didn't expect to win an award today, which makes this extremely surprising for me.
I found out about it this morning when I got back from my exam. I'm like, oh wow, that's pretty full on. So yeah, I was pretty excited. And the other 3 receiving leadership awards.
A very big privilege that most students don't get.
The visit encouraging students to pursue a career in STEM, with many saying they want to take their studies further.
Hopefully move to Adelaide and attend university and see where that takes me.
I've obviously got a huge passion for STEM, being in the background that I am. Studying a Bachelor of Science at university definitely helped me with my piloting skills.
Sophia Contagonis, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Residents in Port Lincoln are wishing for a Christmas miracle, hoping to hold a street parade and New Year's Eve fireworks, with the activities now under review by SA Health. As the festive season fast approaches, time is quickly running out.
When the bloom of the jacaranda tree is here, Christmas time is near.
Working towards a Christmas pageant again this year and fireworks for New Year's Eve. They're the major ones.
But the events are up in the air. SA Health hasn't given the parade or fireworks the green light just yet, but Port Lincoln's Chamber of Commerce says it's quietly optimistic.
We've been working quite hard with going through their plan and ticking the boxes and making sure that everything will be, tick their boxes.
Last year was the first time the city held a Christmas pageant in a bid to draw more visitors to the region.
It was just overwhelming, the support from the community, and for the first time where a lot of people weren't sort of used to having an event on, the turnout was amazing.
Port Lincoln's Community House hosting the Jolly Man in Red on board its sleigh, which members had built over the year.
It was lovely seeing the kids' reactions, but also the adults. We had so many people actually comment and tell us what a great job that the Work for the Doll Maydeck team had done.
In a bid to remain COVID safe, organisers have proposed extending the parade path along the foreshore to filter out the crowd. They're encouraging the community to get in on the festive spirit and start planning.
It doesn't have to be a massive float. Just get your business in, decorate it, get some festive ideas up and running.
The team putting a call out for COVID marshals to help during the parade.
Take the effort, everybody, and make it happen.
Nathan Rector, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Port Augusta locals gathered at the beach yesterday for the One Community Together event, celebrating National NAIDOC Week. The day was a hit with community members, with a special appearance by a popular Aboriginal comedian.
Bringing the community together, standing united for National NAIDOC Week celebrations. Connected Beginnings Port Augusta seeing its event come to life at the East Side foreshore.
We're having a blast down here, community together. It's NAIDOC Week. We're celebrating First Nations people here in Port Augusta, just celebrating their achievements, their incredible wisdom and knowledge, and just seeing all sorts of stuff come together. We've had live music.
It's been a wonderful, wonderful turn-up. We're very, very pleased with the community's response.
From recognising students for their achievements to fun-filled activities, the event was enjoyed by all.
We are having a TikTok challenge right now and it's actually really fun here today.
The Army paying a special visit, helping form strong connections.
Here to develop a relationship with the Port Augusta Aboriginal people. So we're exploring friendship and exploring ways not only of being friends but two-way learning.
A free barbecue, live music and entertainment, plus a visit from stand-up comedian Kevin Cropinuri.
It was really great to be here, to bring to MC and to bring that my flair of MCing and comedy to this event.
We've been really blessed this week. Wonderful turn up with Kevin coming along and sharing his wits and everything else that he brings.
Organisers saying there is more to see from Connected Beginnings.
Yeah, this is the first of many events, so we are already talking about more events. There'll be one again very, very soon, and we want to find ways to just keep hanging out, keep coming together, keep feeling safe together, keep celebrating each other.
Katrina Musson, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Stay with us after the break. Port Lincoln community groups receive a cash boost from a local bank. And new art pieces on display at Port Augusta's Platform Gallery. Hello again. More than $120,000 has been handed out to the Port Lincoln community as part of a local bank's latest round of grants. The largest cheque went to Mentally Fit EP to support its fight against mental illness.
A shot in the arm for the Port Lincoln community after what's been a tumultuous year.
And our work is so important right now during COVID, and yeah, everyone's mental health matters to us, and we're just really looking forward to more ways to raise awareness.
It's the 6th year the Port Lincoln Community Bank has delivered local grants. Mentally Fit EP beaming from ear to ear, receiving the largest cheque of $27,000.
Mentally Fit EP do such a wonderful job with it.
The partnership that we've had with them for the last 5 years has enabled us to do some amazing community projects, and we're going to continue doing those into next year.
11 groups were successful this year, with more than $120,000 being handed out. It was a bittersweet farewell for bank manager Phil Shannon, who was retiring at the end of the year. He first opened the bank 13 years ago.
We tallied it up this morning so that we could be absolutely accurate, $3.8 million in that period of time. And there's been some wonderful projects.
Port Lincoln's Yacht Club and Community House also received a slice in funds. A new locomotive display shed for the Port Lincoln Railway Museum was also partially funded.
The shed should turn the Railway Museum into even more of a tourist attraction than it is now, which can only benefit the community.
Nathan Regter, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Port Augusta's Kernadada Artists Platform Gallery has received some new look pieces from local creatives. With Christmas just around the corner, volunteers say the artworks will make great gifts for loved ones.
A new look for the Platform Gallery, showcasing a unique display of local art pieces.
New acrylics that you might not have seen before, some woven articles just come in today, and lots of pens with native woods on, which will attract maybe presents for men for Christmas.
With all the artworks created by local community members, it's said to be a popular attraction for visitors stopping by.
There's a wide range of artists who participate in the gallery, so that's why we have such a diverse range of pieces that are there.
And volunteers say it's the perfect place to find a Christmas gift for someone special.
It's a really good time to come and look for something for Christmas, and if you're travelling, we can pack them easily.
We'll continue to add pieces and to make the gallery look pretty special for Christmas. So it's a really nice shopping experience. Even if you just want to get out and browse, it's a nice place to do a bit of shopping.
Residents are being encouraged to get their Christmas shopping in early by heading inside to check out the pieces.
Come down and have a look, Wednesday till Saturday mornings, and if you're catching the Pitchy Ritchie train, that's just outside on the platform, at the railway platform.
Katrina Musson, 7 Spencer Golf News.
John Pirie Secondary School's $10 million upgrades are well and truly underway. Community leaders from across the region have taken the time to visit Port Pirie and receive an update on the development. Member for Stewart Dan Van Hulst Pelican today touching down to look at the future facilities. The state government has allocated funding for these upgrades, which includes multiple new learning spaces and powerhouse theatre. Stay with us after the break. Our experts will join us with their tips for cricket over the weekend. And we'll have the weather details with Alex. Welcome back. It's that time of the week again. Here's our experts with their top tips for weekend cricket.
Hello and welcome to round 6 of Port Pirie cricket. This round starts with props taken on Port Germain here at Memorial Oval from 10:30. Both teams are coming off losses and were very disappointing last week. I'm tipping Port Germain. Over at Port Oval, it's Wandearah taking on Southport. These two are at the top of the table and this should be a good clash. I'm tipping Wandearah.
Yeah, g'day and welcome to round 5 of Port Augusta cricket.
This week we see top side Central Stirling take on bottom side West Augusta. West need to win for their own confidence going on through the season. Unfortunately, I cannot see West Augusta beating Central Stirling. The other game sees South Augusta take on Corn at Etzer. This should be a very, very good match. Last year's grand finalist, I reckon South will just beat Corn. So there are my two winners.
Hello and welcome to round 3 of the Wyler Cricket Association. The first match on Saturday sees the battle for the Matt Wolford Cup. It's Central Wyler taking on Rupina. In a close encounter, I'm going to pick Centrals. In the second game on Sunday sees West Wyler taking on North Wyler. North Wyler's had a really strong start this year, and that's why I'm going to back them in that game.
Welcome to this week's Port Lincoln Cricket Tips. First game of the round is Lincoln South and Todd River here at Centenary. After last week's performances, I think Lincoln South will get it over the line in this one. Next up, it's Tasmans and Waybacks out at Ravendale. Tasmans should be too strong here. Really good looking side posted last night, so I think Tasmans will be too strong. And in the final game, this will be match of the round out at Wandearah, Charlton and Salinair. Early days in the season, but one of these teams will lose their first game, the other will be top of the ladder. Going to tip Charlton to win this game. The loss of Ben Smith for the next 10 weeks with injury is huge, so Charlton to win out at Wandearah. Thanks for listening to the Port Lincoln Cricket Tips.
Time now to take a look at what's happening in the weather. Here's Alex.
Thanks, Ruby. Good evening. It was mainly fine conditions across our region today. From 3 p.m, it reached 26 in Port Augusta, a top of 25 in Woodner, 17 degrees in Coffin Bay. Cooper Pedy sunny and a maximum of 29. Broken Hill and Whyalla both got to a high of 25 degrees. Port Pirie 22, Kadina reached 21 degrees. Adelaide and Port Lincoln both got to a high of 18. To the satellite now, low cloud in the southeast in moist winds is causing a few showers, mainly coastal and near elevated terrain. Skies are mostly clear elsewhere due to a building high pressure ridge. Moving on to tomorrow's weather outlook now, and we'll start with the Gulf waters. Winds west to southwesterly 10 to 15 knots, tending south to southwesterly 15 to 20 knots in the early afternoon. Seas 1 to 1.5 metres, swell south to southwesterly below 1 metre before increasing to 1.5 metres. To tomorrow's temperature now, and it's heating up for the weekend. Port Lincoln sunny, set to reach a top of 25. Cleve similar conditions, a max of 35. Very hot and sunny in Woodner, 38 degrees. Whyalla is set to get to a high of 35. Port Augusta sunny, 36. Kadina getting to a maximum temperature of 33. Port Pirie sunny and 35. Similar conditions in Clare and Broken Hill, 30 and 32 degrees. Taking a look further through the week now, and warm conditions expected with winds in parts. Cooper Pedy windy and getting to a maximum temperature of 45. Port Augusta 43. Port Pirie set to get to a max of 42. Kadina 39. Whyalla set to reach 43 degrees. Woodner 38. Broken Hill to get to a high of 41 degrees and windy. Port Lincoln sunny 28. Adelaide mainly fine there and to get to a top of 36. Cooling down on Monday, Cooper Pedy 31. Broken Hill mainly fine 28. Whyalla winds and 24. Partly cloudy in Kadina, also a max of 24. Adelaide mainly fine and a top of 22. Sunny conditions across most of the region on Tuesday. Cooper Pedy set to reach a maximum temperature of 32. Port Augusta 30 degrees. Woodner 31. Whyalla to get to a max of 25. Mainly fine in Port Lincoln to reach 21 degrees. Broken Hill and Port Pirie both a high of 27. Kadina a top of 25. And if you're heading to Adelaide, sunny there with a max of 24. So certainly some favourable conditions on the way for our region on the weekend, Ruby. And that's all the weather from me tonight. Back to you.
Wonderful, thanks for that, Alex. And that's the local news this Friday evening. Thanks for joining us. I'll have updates later. Until then, enjoy your evening and have a lovely weekend. Good night.